Hi, off the shelf, I am showing the Bill Sienkiewicz Sketchbook. This was published in 1990 by Fantagraphics Press, and this was after Electra Assassin and after Straight Toasters and before big numbers. So it's an interesting time to look at Bill's work. I'm a huge fan of Bill Sienkiewicz. I actually met him at a con 10 years ago. Really cool guy. And just thought I'd flip through the book. The introduction is done by Alan Moore, and I was a fan of Bill's from like 79. I mean, since 1979. And how he sums up his career up to this point in time, I would agree with. That's the way I saw his progression as an artist. This is a self-portrait that Sienkiewicz did himself when he was rocking the long blonde hair. And here's just sketches here. He would take the train a lot from Connecticut, where he used to live, into New York. So he would use people that were on the train, either sleeping or just sitting there, as subjects. This is a placard he saw of Ray Charles and Willie Nelson that he decided to sketch. And sketch of Baron Harkonnen from his Dune book, Electra. And just sketches here of cover ideas that he wanted to do for Dune. Really pretty interesting work. I like this just pen work that I'm just doing it in pen. That thing that you would see, Mobius could do, where he could just sketch something in pen and it would look great, or it would just look good. Not easy, because there's very little margin for error when you're working with pen. So here's a bar at the Grand Central Station. He makes a comment, and there's two types of commentary in these pages. There's things that are written on the original sketches in his handwriting, and then there's these typeface type of comments. And I find some of these typeface comments interesting, because this is the commentary that he's doing at that point, and then this typeface is just his thoughts subsequent to that. And like here, he'll write that it's the bar at Grand Central Station, and just people having normal lives. Golden Gate Bridge. And then on this page, he writes that he often sketches in pen because it forces him to be exact. And he talks about that if he messes up the sketch, it screams at me. He goes, not the pen, the sketch. The pen just laughs. So even at this point in time, where he's really progressed into a unique visual artist and he's in demand, he still is pushing himself to sketch in ink and not making it easy for himself. I admire that, someone just like keep doing that hard work in anything. So just various character studies, some sci-fi kind of like cityscape. And then this page I like a lot. This is a composite of Carl Potts, Al Gordon, Mike Mignola, Bill himself, Howard Chaykin, Leslie Zoller, who was Chaykin's second wife, and Trina Robbins. I just like this because this really captures how they look like in their appearance. But again, it's a sketch, but it's really well done. I just love how it's done in ink, but just really clean. And then later on, there's a series of sketches that he didn't paint. These are just sketches, straight toaster ideas, other ideas I had. This is a sketch that he did for Dune, and it's amazing that this is a sketch for him, just to get ideas. And it's just amazing, like, yeah, this is a sketch. Because a lot of people can't draw this well if it was their fully realized drawing. More painted work. This is really good. And then here's like some pencil work for straight toasters. And this commentary is interesting. It's a little hard to read because it's his handwriting, but it's insightful as well. It's like his moment in time, at that moment in time when he was drawing it. Really pretty cool. And then here he even has fun with himself. Like he has this drawing like of a Mobius figure, and then he writes, hey, this guy Mobius is a pretty good artist. And then later on he writes, yeah, Kubrick is a pretty good director and Dickens is a pretty good writer. So like he's like poking, you know, like he's trying to be funny, you know, or cute here, and then he's like saying, yeah, don't be cute. This is my interpretation. And again, just more work like that. Some of it's just layouts for ideas that he's had for a book. Some things are a lot more realized. Not sure who that is. And that's really it. This is not a story, this is not a comic. This is just sketches. So if you're a fan of his, this is probably something that would be really cool to have. I don't know how much this costs. I got this pretty good price. It wasn't so condition, but I just wanted to see it for the art. But can't believe it's that expensive. But then again, I haven't really ever seen one of these in the wild. So maybe they're out there. I just don't see them. Baron Harkonnen. So this is just something to flip through, and if you're a fan of Bill Sienkiewicz, this is kind of a cool thing to have. I'm a huge fan of his, so I enjoy this. That's really it. You know, we all have something that's a little interesting, and maybe not everybody knows about it or that familiar with it, or maybe people have it, but I think it's always cool to share something that, you know, if you haven't seen and you haven't heard anybody else talk about, then maybe something that somebody else will say, hey, you know, that's kind of a cool book. I do these videos a lot just to kind of promote books, not because I think my opinion is perfect or flawless. It's not, but I just think it's kind of cool to share cool books. Anyway, thanks. Bye.